Good evening. Thank you very much for being patient waiting for us. For your information, the weather now in Asram Awalokiteswara in the high mountain northern part of Bali is very supportive. Even though in the evening the temperature little bit colder than usual because this is a raining season. But in general, the weather is very supportive. Hopefully, it is a good omen that the light which is flowing through me will illuminate some of inner darkness in your soul journey. The topic that I'm going to share to you this evening is healing from inside. We will start to share that topic on 18 minutes past 8, 18 minutes past 6 p.m. By the time that we are waiting for thousands of friends who are in the process of joining together with us, because this morning on guided meditation, there are thousands of friends join us in Facebook, in YouTube. Hopefully this evening there will be another 1,000 spiritual friends also join us. We still have 6 minutes left until 18 minutes past 6 p.m. I'm going to spend the rest of 6 minutes to meditate together, just to prepare our mind as calm as possible, as peaceful as possible, because it is easier for the light illuminate the inner darkness when the mind is quite peaceful. Like one of the old saying in the West in particular, soul know all the answer. The challenge is how to silence the mind. That is one of the old saying in the West. Soul know all the answer. The challenge is how to silence the mind. Now, we still have another 5 minutes. We are going to spend meditation 5 minutes together, simply to silence the mind in order to listen to the answer of the soul. As usual, cross your leg in order to avoid downward movement of energy. Make your back and head straight but relaxed. Your wings, make it as natural as possible. The positions of your hand, your mudra, totally up to you. Open your eyes a little bit. Please do not watch my guided meditation by the time that you are driving a car or ride bicycle. It is dangerous. Please. Now we are going to meditate just few minutes, simply to silence the mind in order to let the soul give us the answer. Now we are going to meditate. As I keep sharing to all of you from time to time, in the more advanced level, to meditate is to take a perfect rest. Whatever the blessing of this moment, from numbness until the singing birds, simply rest. Because whatever the blessing of this moment, everything is the dance of the same perfection. No matter the mind call it good or bad, false, true, sad, glad, simply rest. If you believe in God, everything is the dancings of the same God. If you are students on the path of the Buddha, everything is the smile of the same Buddha. In the practical approach of meditation, you can rest the mind by filling the gap between two breaths, between in breath and out breath, between out breath and in breath. There is a gap less than 1 second. Simply fill the gap. That is exactly what I mean by resting the mind. Say goodbye to the good and the bad. Say goodbye to sad and glad. Say goodbye to any kind of duality, include the duality of darkness and light. Be the witness and remember to rest the mind in the gap between two breaths. Above all, be the good friend of smile. Particularly, smile is a sign that you are no longer a victim in life. You are now a master. Remember, beautiful soul, suffering mind is like ship in the ocean which is full of waves. And when you are well connected to the gap between two breaths, that is the anchor which is connecting suffering mind with the beach of peace. In the message that I keep sharing to all of you from year to year, accept, flow, smile. That is stairway to the heaven inside. Accept, flow, smile. There is no suffering. Everything is blessing. Without darkness, there will be no light. Without pain, there will be no pleasure. Without sadness, there will be no happiness. For that reason, remember, beautiful heart and beautiful souls, take rest in this moment as it is. In the old path of meditation, it has been long written, when you are depressed, meaning your mind is in the past, when you are full of anxiety, meaning your mind is in the future, in the moment you bring the mind to the present moment, to the gap between two breaths, there will be no depression, there will be no anxiety. There is only peace. That's why in the English language, the present is called as the present. The present means a gift of peace. The difference between prayer and meditation is simple. When someone pray, they use the mouth. When someone meditate, they no longer use the mouth and the mind. There is only silence. Now, as soon as you open your eyes, remember to whisper deep into your soul the beautiful mantra of Aham Prema, meaning I am love who is here to share love. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. I am love who is here to share love. Thank you, beautiful heart, beautiful soul, wherever you are. Thank you. Now we are 22 minutes past 6 p.m. We are going to discuss the topic of healing from inside. The reason why I choose this topic in this beautiful moment, because the challenge of our time is very challenging. I do not want to spread negative news to all of you. What happened in the world nowadays, you know much better than me. But the challenge of our time is very challenging. We need the energy of healing more than ever, because the victim of coronavirus, you know already what happened in certain corner of the world, what happened in the politics, economy, employment rate, you know already. In short, we need a lot of healing energy. Some of you who read a lot of journal on health, in my case, I read a lot the journal of Harvard Medical School. In the journey of healing and health, there are many people like Dr. Bruce Lipton who mentioned that not all disease, not all sickness can be healed by using the external medicines only. In some part, we need the internal medicines more than the external medicine. In some country like US, where the statistic is a little bit clear and open, as shared by Dr. Bruce Lipton in YouTube, Dr. Bruce Lipton said that in US, there are 300,000 people die every year because of the failure of the external medicine. Not saying that the external medicines is useless, no. Not saying that the external medicine is useless, no. But I'm saying that this is the cycle of the time where we need to learn more about the internal source of medicine. So that's why the topic of this evening is healing from inside. When it comes to internal source of meditation, there are the biological sides of internal source of medicine. It can be the placebo effect, it can be meditation, it can be prayers. There is emotional healing. That is the topic that I am going to share to you tomorrow evening. Tomorrow we are going to be limited. The first point of healing yourself using energy is making the energy inside balance. To put the language more practical, when you are tired, take rest. When you are healthy and strong, you may do more exercise, you may do more tasks than usual. Some of you who learn from medical doctor know there are many medical doctors who suggest to us to walk 10,000 steps in a day. What I mean by healing ourselves using the balance of energy is simple. When you are tired, walk less than 10,000 steps. When you are strong and healthy, walk more than 10,000 steps. Don't be rigid when it comes to the standard of medical doctor, especially because the one who knows your body best is your body. How to listen to the voice of your inner body. When you feel tired, rest, allocate more time to take a rest. When you are healthy, strong, then you can do some exercise, so do some more tasks than usual. That is what I mean by energy medicines in the form of balancing the inner energy. The more advanced approach of energy healing is self-fulfilling energy. Meditation, the path that I keep teaching to all of you, it is the path of accessing the self-fulfilling energy. Some of you who watch YouTube especially may be watching the YouTube of Professor Daniel Goleman, Professor Psychology from Harvard University. In YouTube shared a beautiful story. One of the friend of Professor Daniel Goleman, one of the friend of Professor Daniel Goleman, bringing the machine of EEG to some corners of Himalaya, measuring the brain wave of advanced meditator in Himalaya. Strangely, in our time, there are some yogi in Himalaya, they can enter the wave of gamma less than 5 seconds. It is simply unimaginable to all of us. Because to the commoner like us, when we meditate, we start with beta, then alpha, from alpha to theta, from theta to delta. Finally, when we are blessed, we can enter the wave of gamma. But according to Professor Daniel Goleman, in our cycle of time, there are still yogis who can enter the wave of gamma less than 5 seconds. And in the stage of gamma wave, you use the energy medicines in the form of self-fulfilling energy. So that's why in the Holy Scriptures are written, there are some meditators in the past especially, they do not eat, they do not drink for 1 month, but the body is still healthy and bright. That is self-fulfilling energy. You have all the energy inside. That is the second approach of energy healing. The first approach is balancing the energy inside. The second approach is self-fulfilling energy. That is energy medicine. Maybe if we have a chance Next time we will explore better the idea of energy medicine. But this evening I will concentrate on placebo. The topic which is not new. It has been more than 100 years. Now we are going to enter healing from inside, focusing on the topic of placebo. In one of the beautiful book which is written by Dr. Joe Dispenza, excuse me, I have to drink. In one of the beautiful book written by Dr. Joe Dispenza, the title of the book is You Are the Placebo. At that book, there is a quote about research from the University of Toledo. I would say this is the most explicit research about placebo effect. In the research of University of Toledo, it is explicitly concluded those people who are optimists having a stronger placebo effect rather than those who are pessimists. It is very explicit. And to me, that is the most clear or the clearest conclusions about placebo effect. If you want to maximize the internal base of medicine, in this case is placebo effect, learn to be optimist. Not the blind optimist, not the blind optimism, but the optimism which is built based on systematic action. If I said to you, please believe in placebo, maybe you don't believe me. If please develop your own inner faith, there is research showing that placebo will heal all disease, maybe you don't believe it. But we can develop our inner optimism not simply by using faith, but by using a systematic action. Now here is the step that I am suggesting to you to maximizing the placebo effect, to make you well connected to the internal medicine, no longer rely totally from the external medicine. Now we are entering developing inner optimism based on systematic action, not blind optimism. First of all, some of you who had laboratorium tests, for example, laboratorium test concluded that you have cancer. Please do not make a hurry conclusion that you will certainly die. No, it is dangerous. It has been, there are wide research. As soon as someone got a conclusion from laboratorium research, and then the conditions of health getting worse and worse, the thing that make health condition worse is not the disease, but the conclusions of the mind that someone will certainly die because of the cancer. No, it is dangerous. Let me share to you the logic of neuroscience. Neuroscience is about the brain. When there is bad news from outside, the news is not only sharing something to you and the medical doctor, but the bad news also sharing news to the brain. Since the news is bad news, by then, brain producing, it is called health hormone. And one of the very dangerous health hormone, it is called cortisol, stress hormone. And cortisol and stress hormone will produce some of biochemical reaction inside the body, which make the immune system, digesting system, and another system inside the body will getting worse. For that reason, please remember, whenever you got laboratorium test, which concluding that you have a disease like cancer or any kind of disease, Please, that is only one point of view. It is not the only point of view. It is only one point of view, not the only point of view. It is like you see me, you can see from the front, left side, right side, or back side. The picture is different. The same thing happened to our body. Just for your information, human body is the most complicated machine here in samsaric realm. The most complicated machine. It cannot be seen by one point of view only. Remember, laboratorium test is only one point of view, not the only point of view. It is extremely dangerous. Your mind make conclusion that you will certainly die because of the conclusions of laboratorium test. It will poison your body later. What I am recommending to you now, please remember, human body is the most complicated machine here in samsaric realm. There are multiple perspectives of human body. There is biology, psychology, spirituality, there is ecology. If some of you learn about astrobiology, bahkan our body is affected by the changing that happen in the stars, in the moon, in the sun. That is cosmic body. First of all, remember, laboratorium test is only one point of view. Since human body is the most complicated machine here in samsaric realm, the conclusions about disease is like dry leaf. Remember, dry leaf. For the people of the city, dry leaf belong to the waste. But to the gardener, dry leaf, if you put it under the tree flower, one day it will become flower. The same thing happened to cow dung. To people in the office, cow dung is something very dirty. But to the farmer, cow dung is fertilizer. If you put cow dung under the tree, one day it will become a fruit. The same thing happened with disease. The same thing happened with laboratorium test, which concluding that you get cancer. It is the same like dry leaf. It can become waste. It can become fertilizer. The same thing happened to the cow dung. It can become fertilizer, which is useful. It can become something waste to the people of the city. Illness in that case, it can open the gate of darkness. It can also open the gate of the light. Let me repeat once again. This is very important. Illness like cancer, autoimmune, you have heart problem, you have immune system or cancer in the head, any kind of illness. It can open the gate of the darkness. It can also open the gate of light. It depends on, first of all, how to make conclusions about the disease and how optimistic you are. As soon as you got a conclusion from laboratorium test that you have cancer, what I'm suggesting to you, do not let the conclusions of laboratorium test to open the gate of the darkness. On the contrary, use the conclusions of illness inside the body as the starting point to open the gate of light. If you blame your parent, meaning you open the gate of darkness. If you are angry because of the cancer, you open the gate of the darkness. if you blame God, if you blame your religion, it opens the gate of the darkness. What I'm suggesting to you is use illness to open the gate of the light. How to use illness to open the gate of the light? Now, I have a disease inside my body. Now, I'm going to rely on the internal medicine. Now, I'm going to find information. You can listen to me, you can find it in the internet. There is medicine inside, and I'm optimistic that I will find the internal medicine. Now, the following step that I'm suggesting to you, it is the step of using illness to open the gate of the light. Now, we are entering the following subchapter, using illness to open the gate of light. First of all, develop inner optimism. You know, death, it is the territory of God. It is not the territory of medical doctor. It is not the territory of laboratorium test. It is not also the territory of spiritual teacher like me. Death is the territory of God. But as a human being, we still have time. We still have energy to heal ourselves. First of all, in order to open the gate of the light, remember the spiritual message behind the illness. In this samsaric realm, even the small event like the following dry leaf bring a message. The same thing happened with illness that infected our body. There is spiritual message. At least illness bring a message that something need to be improved in your lifestyle. For example, you have a problem with your stomach. Change the way you eat and drink. Suppose you have a problem with your head. Less thinking, more flowing. Suppose you have a problem with your heart. It is a good feedback that you need to perfect your love. Suppose you have a problem with your leg. Be careful in making decisions in life. First of all, in order to use illness to open the gate of light, remember the spiritual message behind illness. I have been writing to all of you, especially in social media. I publish it in Facebook, Instagram, in my blog, Bell of Peace, the English site, the Bahasa is belkedamaian.org. What is the meaning of, what is the spiritual messages behind the pain? I have published it already. Just to make it short, problem with head, less thinking, more flowing. Problem with throat and mouth, be careful. Use only wise words. Heart, perfecting love. If you have problem around sexual organ, your soul deeply missing the experience of unity. A lot of explanation. First of all, in order to use illness to open the gate of the light, please remember, there is spiritual message behind illness. Learn to open the secret of soul journey behind illness. At the end of my presentation this evening, I will share to you my direct experience about how to heal my cataract. No surgery, no pharmaceutical medicine. One of my beautiful story that I keep sharing to all of you, at the age of 22, it was more than 30 years ago, I was infected by B hepatitis. I healed myself. I deeply thank you to B hepatitis because of infected by B hepatitis. I was very disciplined since I was very young, 20. never drink any alcohol, be disciplined about cholesterol, and the most important thing, always take rest in the moment when I feel a little bit tired. If you listen to the spiritual message behind the illness, in my case is B hepatitis, and carefully following the suggestions of medical doctor, in my case, no alcohol, no cholesterol, be careful when we are tired. In that case, disease does not kill you. On the contrary, disease will guide you back to the light, to the path of the light. That is my personal experience with B hepatitis when I, in the age of 20. At the end of my presentation, I will share to you my experience the last 2 or 3 years to heal my cataract in my right eyes. Now we continue. The first step in using illness to open the gate of the light, remember the spiritual messages behind the pain. The second one, which is equally important, is finding the ultimate medicine. The ultimate medicine inside. There is a very old saying in one of Holy Scripture, whose age is more than 5,000 years. More than 5,000 years. There is Holy Scripture. The age is more than 8,000, more than 5,000 years. Excuse me. The conclusions of this old scripture is very suitable to the ultimate medicine. If you consume the wrong food, any medicines will not help. If you consume the right food, any medicine will not be needed. The conclusion, what I mean by the ultimate medicine is the right food. I have been retired for more than 8 years. Last time I totally stopped from my job in the capital city of Jakarta is 2012. I take good care of my body using the ultimate medicine, which is the right food. I only ask for medicines to Dr. Eka Imbawan, our chief medical doctor in Spiritual Family of Compassion, only once. The first year I retired. 8 years I just consumed pharmaceutical medicine only once at the beginning of my retirement. Because there is change of weather from Jakarta, which is hot. Here in the mountain is very cold. Before retired, usually I got flu at least once in a year. Sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times in a year. But after retire, I only got flu once in 8 years. You see the difference. What is the difference behind? Because I take good care of my body using the ultimate medicine. What is the ultimate medicine? The right food. The right food that I am sharing to you is like the medicine that I have already consumed to myself for 8 years. First of all, this is what I mean by the ultimate medicine. First of all, remember, high variety of plant-based food. High variety of plant-based food. The combination between vegetable and fruit. But please remember, high variety. Some of you who learn the research about blue zone. Blue zone is certain corner of the world, where there are many old people which are having old life and healthy. Some of the place which is very often quoted is Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Europe, Icaria in Europe, Costa Rica, southern part of America, Loma Linda in southern part of California. In those blue zones, people consume more than 100 items, more than 100 items of fruit and vegetable in a year. So that's why every time my wife go to the city, I go out very seldom, maybe just once in a month. But my wife used to go to the city once in 3 days, sometimes go to the city every day. She asked me, what are the things to buy to me? I keep saying, please find the fruit or the vegetable which is very rare. The reason why I said the very rare, I want to maintain the high variety of plant-based food. In the West, there is saying about this, 1 apple a day will make all the doctor away in the West. But I change it to myself. 1 avocado a day will make all the doctor away, because I keep consuming 1 avocado a day. There is antioxidant there, and the antioxidant is closer to immune system. Avocado also balancing the sugar. Yeah, a lot of functions of avocado. But I maintain high variety of plant-based food. The second one, when you try the ultimate medicine, which is the right food, listen to the wisdom of the body. Learn to be sensitive to the voice of your body. Be careful. There is no quick fix when it comes to the right food. There is no quick fix. But the same food to the same body, the function is different in different time. For example, when I was young, I drink a lot of water. Nothing happened. But when I'm getting older, above 50, my body said, no. Don't drink too much water. You will have a problem with your prostate one day. In young age, I drink a lot of coffee. I got a lot of energy from coffee. But as soon as I approaching above 50, my body said, no, don't drink coffee. It is dangerous for your cardiovascular system. You see? In young age, I love coffee, but now stop coffee. In young age, I drink a lot of water. No. I just drink water just to maintain the color of my urine is bright. See? Listen to the wisdom of your body. Be sensitive. Monitor the quality of your sleep. Monitor the thing that come out from your body, from feces into the color of your urine. Take good care of your mind and emotion. And the third aspect of the ultimate medicine is be balanced. What I mean by being balanced, since I live in the mountain, I consume a lot of fish because my body lives in the mountain. I need more energy of the beach. So that's why I consume a lot of fish. When I was young, I was very active. When I was teenager, I loved to ride motorcycle. When I was active as consultant and CEO in Jakarta, I traveled from one airport to another airport. I was very active in young age. Since I was very active in young age, in the old age, I consume more passive food, vegetable, fruit. The opposite thing happened to my wife. My wife was very passive in young age. Now, when she grew old, she consumed more active food like egg, meat. She's healthy. Be balanced. And the last part of finding the ultimate medicine, remember, nature nurture. If you take good care of the nature, nature will take good care of you back. I have been spending my time more than 10 years as a gardener, because the beautiful part of the gardener is taking good care of the nature. I use the tissue very, very seldom because to me tissue is some part of harming the nature. I use the tissue very, very seldom. If it is very, very important, then I use the tissue. If it is not important, I don't use it. Because I know nature nurture. Take good care of the nature, and nature will take good care of you back. For example, since I take good care of the nature here in ashram, in one of the night, I heard in my dream the voice of Mother Nature, Gede Brahma, take the young leaf of the clove and rub your stomach. Since I strongly believe that is the voice of Mother Nature, I take it because here there are some of clove tree. Almost every morning, as soon as I wake up, I take the young leaf of clove tree and I rub my stomach. Later on, I know from one of journal in nutrition, clove and also the young leaf of the clove belong to anti-inflammatory medicine. You see, that is what I mean by nature nurture. When you take good care of the nature will take good care of you back. The same thing happened to aloe vera. Aloe vera, you know aloe vera. In the first year when I retired here, I often get bad mood in the evening. As soon as 1, 2, 3 p.m., waking up from sleeping at the day, bad mood. I keep asking to surrounding nature, what is the medicines of my bad mood? Almost every evening there is bad mood. You know, the answer is aloe vera. So that's why in almost every evening I put aloe vera in my face. Bad mood just gone. Nature, nurture. In short, what I mean by the ultimate medicine, first of all, remember, high variety of plant-based food. The second, listen to the wisdom of the body. The third, be balanced, like what I do since I live in the mountain, I consumes a lot of fish. The last part, nature, nurture. One who take good care of the nature will take good care of those persons. That is what I mean by the ultimate medicine. But remember, there is no quick fix. It is an art. It is an art. I know my body quite well because I have become the friend of my body more than 50 years. I also know the body of my wife. And our body just the opposite in some part. I love C vitamin. My wife does not like C vitamin. My wife loves to drink milk, but my body hates milk. See, different. There is no quick fix. But the best suggestion in order to find the ultimate medicine, which is the right food, listen to the wisdom of the body. The following step in order to heal yourself from inside. Be careful when it comes to the energy drain. And one of the important source of energy drain in human body is negative and critical mind. I have been meeting more than 10,000 persons in meditation classes, which have a problem with this kind of disease, this kind of illness, this kind of biological, psychological, and spiritual problem. But almost all people who have disease, they have energy draining, especially from the negative and critical mind. Few of my meditation, very few of meditation, even passed away already. We cannot help them. After passing away, I look using my spiritual eyes. The energy draining that comes from negative and critical mind is very dangerous. For that reason, in order to heal yourself from inside, learn positive holistic thinking. Learn to see anything that happens in life from positive and holistic point of view. The blessing sides of having a naughty children. You will be more patient from one year to another year. The beauty of having not enough money. You will be careful in taking good care of your financial matter. The beauty of having a bald head like me. No one tease me. There is no lady try to persuade me doing some kind of sexual misconduct because my body is not interested to them. That is, positive, holistic approach of life. The more positive your mind is, the less energy will be draining from your mind. The energy drain, please take good care of the energy draining, especially from the mind. Choose the wise environment. No matter how positive you are, if your environment is only people of negative, critical, and critical, as a matter of time, you will be negative as well and experiencing the same energy draining from negative mind. For that reason, be wise in choosing the environment where you grow. What I do with myself, I am very selective with my environment. The students who are allowed to come to ashram here is very few selected students. In Jakarta, we have Pak Dharmi. Now we are assisted by Anton, Pak Teja, and some few friends from Jakarta. Very selected. The same thing happened with the Spirit Family Compassion from Bali. This evening there is Pak Koming who come here. Sometimes Pak Kade Optimist, sometimes Wayan Mina, Gungtut. Very few selected. Just to maintain, just to make sure that I grow in a much more positive environment. I do not hate anyone. I do not blame and criticize anyone. But when it comes to the environment where I should go, I am very selective. Because no matter how positive you are, how strong your meditation is, if the environment is very chaotic, one day you will experience energy draining from the mind. The last part of energy draining is be careful of energy vampire. What I mean energy vampire is certain person who can make you easily angry. Certain people who see only the negative sides of yourself. The certain people who keep blaming, criticizing. It's energy vampire. For your information, if even Lord Buddha surround himself with 1,250 monks just to make sure that Lord Buddha grow in the right environment. Lord Buddha is a perfect enlightened soul. If a perfect enlightened soul protect himself by healthy environment, what happened to us? That's why I'm very selective in choosing the environment. I never come to the crowd for the reason which is unimportant. No. Usually I come to the crowd only for the sake of teaching. Outside the teaching, I never come to the crowd. Just to make sure that the environment where I grow is the healthy one. That is the way I keep simplify the mind, simplify the life. Do the thing that you can do. Surrender the rest. That's what I mean by simplify the mind, simplify the life. Do the thing that you can do. Surrender all the rest. When it comes to the food, if you have problem with sleep, consume less caffeine like coffee and tea. Just in my case, I totally stopped drinking caffeine. Stop. Either coffee or tea, I don't drink it anymore because I want to maintain my good sleep. 7 until 9 hours in a day. The most important thing about the sleep, I used to meditate in the moment when I am going to sleep. Why? Because in the moment when we are ready to sleep, we are entering the wave of the brain called theta. Theta wave means the body sleep, but the mind is still awake. As I keep sharing to all of you, the awakening state like this is beta. The calmer one is alpha. The calmer than alpha is theta. Theta is body sleep, but the mind is awake. In the moment of theta, the gate of inner unconsciousness is open. The darkness inside open. So that's why I love whenever I'm ready to sleep. Usually I listen using headset. Listen to the music, especially music which is close to the spiritual path that I am following. In my case, I am a student of Tantra from Tibet. Like the prayer that we keep playing as a background of my message this evening. This is a prayer from the land of snow, Tibet, the place where I was born in the previous life. In the moment we are ready to sleep, the wave entering the brain, entering the wave of theta, the gate of unconsciousness is open. At that moment, if you listen to the beautiful and suitable music, you bring the light to the inner darkness. That is how I keep the quality of my sleep every night. I always sleep by the time listening to the voice of the prayer which is suitable to my soul journey. The last one, take good care of the balance of your energy. When you are tired, take rest. One of the tips that I'm going to share to you is sleep like a baby. That is what I do for the last more than 5 years. Sleep like a baby. Whenever you feel sleepy, it does not matter, it is on the chair, simply sleep. Don't wait, don't move from the chair into the bed. No. Sleep like a baby. In the second when you feel sleepy, just sleep. The quality of sleep is much more deeper than the usual sleep. Remember, the one who knows your body best is your body. That is one of the action steps of implementing the idea. The one who knows your body is your body. Whenever you feel sleep, simply sleep. Whenever you feel tired, just sit, have a sit. Whenever you have strong and healthy, then do some exercise. That is what I mean by managing the balance of inner energy. The last part of my presentation this evening, as I promised before, just to make the story live, I will share to you how I heal my cataract in my right eyes. Few years before I retired in the year of 2012, my second son, Adi, looked at my eyes. Pa, you have cataract in your right eyes. I know, son. Do you mind if we go to medical doctor, do some surgery? No. Do it later. Papa strongly believe that one day Papa will be able to heal this cataract. For the last more than 3 years, I remember the message of the eyes doctor in one of the famous hospital in Jakarta, where I usually go to medical checkup. I was very close to the eyes doctor in that hospital. Whenever I do medical checkup, Pak Gede Prama, you come again for the medical checkup. Usually, as soon as she finished to check up my eyes, she keep remembering a message like this. Pak Gede Prama, please open your glass whenever you are at home, just to let the oxygen come into your eyes. The last 3 years, around 3 or 5 years, I do not use my glass. Even though I still have minus, a little bit minus, I do not use my glass. And here in the high mountain, the quality of oxygen is far better than the oxygen on the beach. I keep showering my eyes using the oxygens of the high mountain. That is the first reason why the cataract in my right eye is gone. It is because of the oxygen. The second one, the reason why I am able to heal my cataract, I read carefully the spiritual message beyond the eyes. The spiritual message behind cataract is look at the life from the positive point of view. Anything happen with my children, anything happen with my wife, anything happen with my student, simply I look at them with positive point of view. You may ask Pak Darmin is here, is the coordinator of Jakarta. You may ask Pak Koming, the coordinator of Bali. I never get angry to them, all of them. I never. They are the closest to me. Never. Why? Because I keep listening to the spiritual message behind my cataract to see the life from the positive point of view. That is the second reason why I heal my cataract. First of all, it is because of oxygen. The second one, I read the spiritual message behind my eyes. The third one, I consume the ultimate medicine for more than 8 years. The ultimate medicine is the right food. When it comes to the biological food, remember, high variety of plant-based food. The best food for the mind, meditation. The best food for the emotion, meditation. The best food for our spirit, spiritual connectedness. Another reason why I'm able to heal my cataract, you know, I spent more than 10 years of my life as a gardener. I'm a gardener here. I take good care of the garden myself. You know, in the language of medical school, it is called grounding. Most of the gardeners touching the tree, touching the land. We are very close to Mother Nature. That is what I mean at the beginning. Nature, nurture. Those who take good care of the nature will be guided back by the Mother Nature. In my case, I told you before, Mother Nature whispered to me, hey, you take the young leaf of the clove, rub in your stomach. Later on, I know that the young leaf of the clove belong to the anti-inflammatory medicines. That is my presentation this evening, healing from inside. The medicine is not only available outside, the medicine also available inside. As conclusion, there are some sources of inner medicine, but one topic that we explore this evening is placebo. Placebo will work well when you are optimistic enough inside. Not blind optimism, but optimism which is built based on systematic action. What is the systematic action? Do not use illness to open the gate of darkness. Use illness to open the gate of light. How to use illness to open the gate of light? First of all, read the spiritual message behind illness. Second, remember to consume the ultimate medicine, which is the right food. The next step, maintain your energy balance. The next step, remember to maintain the quality of your sleep. The last one, my story about how I heal my cataract in my right eyes. First of all, I read the spiritual message behind cataract. The second one, I remember the message of my eyes medical doctor in Jakarta, washing the eyes every day using the oxygens of high mountain. And above all, remember to maintain the balance of your energy. If possible, to maintain the self-fulfilling energy. That is the conclusion of this evening session, healing from inside. Tomorrow evening, we are going to discuss about emotional healing. Tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Bali time, we are going to discuss emotional healing. On Sunday, 6 time Bali time, we are going to discuss about spiritual healing. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, 33 minutes past 11, there will be guided meditation again. Thank you very much, beautiful friend, beautiful heart, beautiful soul, light seeker, peace lover, students on the path of meditation. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow in the second day of meditation class. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Sabisata Bhavantu Sukhitata, may all beings are happy. Sarvesam Santir Bhavatu, may all soul blossoms into peace. Sudah? Tepuk tangan buat Pak Darmin.